everyone, welcome to Vysh's YouTube channel and to the series of Indian Society. We are in the episode 10 of Indian Society lecture series. So before starting today's video, a small announcement about this series. This series and all other free series which are going on in the Vysh's YouTube channel are the part of the paid courses of Vysh. So if you are not giving a proper feedback on these videos, we'll consider putting only to the future paid course students. By putting this in mind, what you need to do is you need to give a proper feedback on each and every video that we upload freely on the YouTube channel. So along with that, MCQs series, which are the revision series in the midnight, are going on in the channel. So you can check out the playlist, which will be really helpful for your prelims preparation if you are writing the prelims in this year. So even share with your friends who are preparing for UPSC prelims this year. They will definitely get benefit out of those videos. So let's do a small recap of what we have learned in the last class. So in the last class, we have studied about the evolution of communalism in India, pre-independence era, and we have studied in the pre-independence era in extremist phase and consequences of communalism in the pre-independence era and reasons of existing of communalism in post-independence. What are the issues which are going on in the post-independence era? So these are the things which we have learned in the last class. So let's start today's video. So, let's learn some of the current issues of communalism in India. The first one is the love jihad case. This is a very sensitive issue. So, this Hadia case is about a girl named Akhila who is a Hindu by birth. She is of a Hindu religion, but she loved the person of Islamic religion. So when they loved each other, they want to marry, right? So what did Akhila do? She thought of converting into Islamic religion and marry this particular person. So during this conversion, during her freedom of choice to convert into other religion because of the love, her father, Akhila's father, filed a habeas corpus in the High Court. Okay, by saying that this is an attempt which is done by this boy's side to join her in the ISIS group. Okay, to recruit Akhila in the ISIS group. This is the plan which they are performing to convert her by the means of love. So High Court told that as she is very vulnerable to such issues, she should not be converted into Islamic religion. She should not marry that person. This is what High Court told. But when this particular issue went to the Supreme Court had strictly told that it is against her right to choice of her own religion and it is against her right to move from one part to other part. So Supreme Court have struck down that issue and they told that you can convert into whatever religion you want and you have freedom of deciding. You can go to your college and continue your studies. This is what Supreme Court told in the love jihad case, that is the Hadia case. So love jihad is a very sensitive issue which is going on in the present era. If any other religion person is loving the other religion person, they are saying this is the love jihad issue. The Muslim is loving the Hindu, so they are thinking that this love affair is because of the ideology or the objective of conversion. Okay, but it might not be a reason always. So you should not be sensitive, like you should not be one-sided mind in this particular issues. Okay, you should behave in an optimistic way. Next one is the Ghar Wapsi region. Okay, Ghar Wapsi issue. In this Ghar Wapsi issue, what is happening is Vishwa Hindu Parishads and RSS group and certain other Hindu religious groups, what they are doing, they are going to the non-Hindu groups and they are converting them into Hindus. We don't know whether they are forcefully converting them or not, but Muslims and other minority groups are complaining by saying that these Hindu religious groups are converting them into Hindu religion by forcing them, by torturing them. So this is what is the Ghar Wapsi issue. So this is also a sensitive issue. We don't know what is happening, but there are some issues where they are forcefully converting them into Hinduism. There are some issues which they are voluntarily converting into Hindus. Even you can see the case of the Christian missionaries. They will sometimes forcefully influence the persons of other religions to convert into Christians, and sometimes people by will convert into Christians. And the next one is the beef consumption issue. So this is the beef consumption is the minority group activity. This is what is accepted by Muslims, but as Hindus treat cow as a sacred animal, they won't like to have a beef consumption by anyone on the Indian land, because of which they are attacking many Muslims. So many religious issues between Hindus and Muslims is because of the beef consumption. More than 51% of issues which is taking place between the Hindus and Muslims is because of the Hindu beef consumptions. So this is one of the major issue which is creating communalism between these two groups. And the next one is the religious fundamentalism among youths. So this is also one of the current issue, because in the regions like Jammu and Kashmir and the regions like the borders where the development is low or people are poor to afford for the education, they are getting attracted by this radicalized or the fundamentalistic ideologies. They are getting into terrorist groups, okay, like ISIS. They are getting recruited to these groups and they are becoming the terrorists. So this is the religious fundamentalism among the youth. So in order to tackle these issues, there are many steps which need to be taken by the government, by the people of India, by the civil procedures, civil laws. We need to take many steps in order to control the communalism in India. So if we are not controlling the communalism in India, there are certain dangerous issues like religious fundamentalism among the youth. So India is in the stage of the demographic dividend. That is, we have more youth population, but if we are throwing the youth into this particular religious fundamentalistic ideologies like terrorism, so we won't get benefited by this demographic dividend. Instead, we are getting some disadvantages because of their entry into this fundamentalistic ideologies. So we need to utilize some issues in a positive way. Maybe population increase is a bad thing for India. There will be a pressure on land, pressure on the earth's surface, but we can utilize them in a proper way by creating a human resource, right? But instead there are some activities which are not utilizing them. Instead it is threatening the security of India, like fundamentalist ideologies. So we need to control this. So what can be the measures which can be used to address these kind of problems of communalism in India is the one major issue. We can use the persuasive methods, we can use preventive measures, and we can also use punitive measures to control these communalistic ideologies in India. The first one is the strict regulation of the media and OTT platforms and the movies. OTT platforms and medias are very sensitive, and they are imposing religious ideologies, they are imposing communalistic ideologies into the minds of the people. So instead of that, movies and OTT platforms and media should be used as a tool to eradicate the communalism in India. So they should be strictly regulated by the administrators. And the second one is the religious heads. The role of religious heads is very important for decreasing the communalism. They should motivate the people of their religious with the ideas of tolerance. They should teach their people to tolerate the other religions, okay. This will bring the lot of change in the mindset of the people. And the third one is the government should not impose majority practices on minority groups. For example, we saw beef consumption. This is one of the major practices which is done by the Muslim group. This is the minority group, but Hindus doesn't like the minority groups activity, that is of beef consumptions. We are imposing the Hindus ideologies on Muslims, because of which there are many conflicts which are occurring between these both. So government should not impose majority practices on minority group. And the next one is the employment and economic opportunities should be increased for minority groups. One of the major issue of the communalism in India is because of the economic inequalities and another inequalities between different communal groups or different religious groups, because of which communalism is going to the extremist stage in the elements of the communalism that we have studied. So in order to control this, employment and economic opportunity should be increased for the minority group people. And the next one is history education should be changed. Okay, there is a history education which is communal in nature. People are educated on the communal lines. Instead of that, some changes should be brought in the history education by decommunalizing it. So okay, that means we need to promote the secular education in the schools and colleges. In the educational institutions in India, secular education should be promoted. And next one is, according to SACHAR committee report, equal opportunity commission should be established to deal with the problems of communalism. Okay, the SACHAR committee is telling that they recommended that equal opportunity commission should be established, which will deal with the problems of the communalism especially, so that there will be a fast delivery mechanism. Next one is, the administrative authority should be neutral. Okay, whoever the IAS or the IPS or the police officer should not be biased. They should be impartial to any religious groups. For example, you are a Hindu. If some Hindu and Muslim communal case came to you, you should not be partial because you are Hindu. You should not support Hindu. You should be in such a way that you should support the one whose mistake is not there. Okay, and the next one is, strict laws for communal lines should be established and should be properly implemented. Okay, there should be strict laws of the communal problems which should be established and should be strictly implemented. There are no laws which is punishing the mobs who are attacking the Muslims or who are attacking the Muslims. Because of the lenience in the laws, they are getting a lenience to attack the people who are of the other religion. So in order to decrease these activities, strict implementation of the existing laws, and we need to even strict laws should be established also. Even the present laws should be strictly implemented, and strict laws should be established and implemented in the future. Accordingly, people will have that fear in their minds and attacks will be minimized. And the next one is, a strict action on political parties with communal ideology should be taken. It should have the institutional mechanisms like Election Commission of India. Civil society should take actions against the political parties if they are going on the communal lines, if they are using the communalism as a tool to win the elections. So they should not be given the tickets. They should have the strict action on these political parties. Issues like love, jihad, etc. should not be highlighted in news. Media should be sensitized to such issues. Okay, I have told you that there are issues like love, jihad. In these cases, what media is doing in India is they are repeatedly highlighting these issues in the social media, in the media, in the TV channels, in the news channels. They will repeatedly highlight this type of issues. Instead of highlighting these issues, if they are saying about the real incident, if they are promoting the tolerant ideologies, communalism will relatively decrease. Instead of that, because of the TRP ratings, because they want the TRP ratings, they are media is not sensitized and they are highlighting this kind of news in the TV channels. There are some news channels like Rajya Sabha TV, Lok Sabha TV, where people can gain the real knowledge of what is happening in the real society. So not only Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha TV, many news channels should get inspired from these kind of news channels to promote the proper education in the minds of the people. And the next one is, the police should be held accountable and take action quickly and should be punished for the delayed action. So what will happen is, because of the fear of the politicians, police will not take the strict action against these communal riots. They are not taking the strict action. They are very delayed of this actions which they need to take. So what we need to do is, there should be some laws which will punish the police if they are dealing in this particular cases. So if they won't deal in these particular cases, people will have some fear of the police, and they will stop these kind of activities. And the next one is the solidarity should be increased through festivals. There are some festivals which are celebrated. Hindus festivals celebrated by Muslims, Muslims by Christians, Christians by Hindus. So if we are promoting the festivals of one religious group on the other religions group, if we are promoting them, if we are encouraging among the people, the gap, the narrow line, sorry, the broadened line will definitely narrow down between the different religious group. 14th one is the uniformity in personal laws. Example, uniform civil code. There should be some personal laws which should be uniform for all the religions, so that no conflict occurs when some decision is taken by the court, or if some decision is taken by the people or the politicians. So for example is the uniform civil code. There should be civil procedure laid down for all the religious groups uniformly, so that there won't be any conflicts that can be occurred. Okay. So that is it for today's class. We are done with today's lecture. I have told you some issues, and I have told you some measures to control the communalism in India. So if you want the Vysh's test series, you can WhatsApp to this number 7200681675, or you can email to this, you can put a mail to this Gmail ID which is appearing on the screen for further inquiry to the about the test series. So that is it for today's video. Let's meet with the other video where I'll be dealing with regionalism in India as a part of Indian society in the next class. Until then, take care. Bye bye.